Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone. I got it. Now I got it.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Welcome
technical issue. Yeah,
to Open Mic.
We got it. Welcome to Open Mic, your voice of spirituality and mediumship. And we're on yesterday, and yesterday for the UK at 2 p.m. and tonight 7 o'clock for our listeners in Canada and the US. And of course, whoever wants to listen to us anywhere in the world.
Really, yeah.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Ramzi Cheety. I'm a psychic medium, and my co-host, Tanis Coughlin. Tanis, you got the mic.
Uh-oh. I'm Tanis Coughlin for the Twillo Lifestyle Community, Twillo Lifestyle Academy. I am an intuitive energy healer, crystal healer, and Celtic shamanic high priestess. Sorry, I'm giggling at the comments.
Hello. And happy Friday. And yes, we do matchy-matchy.
We're matchy-matchy. We had a conversation about that before we came on.
And this is my costume.
Not intentional. It was not intentional.
So it's Friday and it's not the 13th. It's not.
It's the 17th.
The 13th would have been better.
Probably.
Actually,
although this is an 8, so that's not a bad number.
Oh,
it's an 8.
I don't know what it's an 8 is prosperity.
It's infinity, prosperity. Yeah. Not bad. Not a bad day.
Welcome everybody to the show. Well, I was thinking before getting on the show is the distinction between spirituality, mediumship, and business. And it seems that there's a bit of a confusion that business is kind of influenced by, there's this mismatch of people not understanding what business is all about. So I thought maybe we can talk about business. So if you take
So are we talking about how to do business in a spiritual environment? Like a spiritual business? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes. It's basically understanding what's the basic business model should be, excluding all the spiritual realm. So if you take the spiritual realm out of the equation, what you have is a 3D business, right?
Yes.
And the business functions on multiple levels. Basically, one, you have to have a plan to understand what you're doing.
What your goal is, what your mission and your vision and values, all those things. Yeah.
So when you try to sell your crystals,
yes,
and again, take the spirituality, take the spirit realm out of that, because you're selling a product at the end of the day.
Yes.
You have a plan for that.
Yes.
You create, for example, advertisement based on that. Maybe you don't create, but let's assume you create advertisement based on that. And actually you do by spreading the knowledge on what each rock means.
Yeah. Well, my marketing plan for the crystals is that I do a crystal a week, and all of the crystals that I do, we actually carry in the store. So if we're talking business minded wise,
yes,
that was that, and of course my overarching mission is always help people, right? It's not, I just need that out there. Like these are just the nuances behind how we can do it to the best of our abilities. And so, yes, so the crystal of the week was started for 2 reasons. 1, to let people know what they need that week. And 2 was to promote crystals, which we sell in the store.
Yeah.
So is that what you're meaning in terms of having a plan?
Having a plan. Yeah. And that plan is based on certain models. Hold on, let me see the question.
I do trade shows too.
You do trade shows too, which could be considered just business.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never just business. That's just not my model. But if there's always a business reason to be doing a trade show, right?
There's a business reason, but your business reason, the arching business reason, is to help others, right?
Yes.
Yes, but take that down one level, because we always go down into
Mhm,
different levels,
mhm.
and we say, okay, we need to sell, because at the end of the day, okay, if you're working in the spirit realm or not, we still have to pay hydro. The
We
light is
still have to
on.
live in the 3D. Yeah.
Yes, we still have to pay for StreamYard, which costs an arm and a leg on a yearly basis. We still have to make payments for others. So
Yeah.
it's still a business model, and a business model has money attached to it.
It does.
And a lot of people in the spiritual realm, let's call them, they shy away from that.
Mhm.
Okay.
It is a
So,
challenge when you first start because you're
yes.
not going into it with that mindset, right? And there's a whole like stigma that if you're doing this work,
Yeah.
you should be doing it out of the goodness of your heart. Well, I am doing it out of the goodness of my heart, but I do have to pay bills. And that's what comes up, right?
Yeah.
It's also that you need an energy exchange for what you do. Because if you don't have an energy exchange, it ends up creating not nice energy.
Absolutely. You block
So,
it.
mhm,
It stagnates on one end, then creates this anger, frustration, whatever, resentment, and all these beautiful little things,
right.
because it's a one-sided equation.
Yeah.
I was going somewhere with that, but I forgot.
Sorry.
I have to bring myself back. Um,
I sideswiped him with that one.
Pardon?
I said I sideswiped you with that one. Came in at a
No, no, no,
different
no,
angle.
no, no, not at all. Oh, money. Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Money.
Money, which is I have $2, $3 over here. This is not only a metal or a piece of paper.
Mm-mm.
It's not evil. It's not holy, and it's nothing. Okay, what it is, this is the energy that I exert into this world, and in return, I take this.
Mhm.
And I take these and I hand them over to the next side. Here it is. It's not going through. Uh, in exchange for something else, whereby you have exerted your energy to produce,
Mhm.
and we just exchange it using this exchange medium, which is money.
Right.
So it's very important to understand that money is the value that you put on the energy that you exert into the work that you do. And the work that you do could be anything. Could be a medium, could be selling crystals, could be doing energy healing. It could be
Could be
anything,
doing HR.
or doing HR.
Mhm.
Made me think some of my friendships as bad business transactions, then one-sided,
Mhm.
stagnant on one end, as you said. Interesting, yeah, true. And hello,
Annie.
hey Danny. Thank you for joining. So yes, so any transaction has to have an in and an out.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go back a bit before we get into the money issue, money part of it.
Mhm.
There's a business plan,
Mhm.
then there's a marketing plan,
Mhm.
and there's a structure within the corporation or the company or this sole ownership. There still have to be structure. Even if you do it alone, I do it alone, there still has to be a structure. There's a
Mhm.
part of me that will go do certain things, and the other part of me has to do something else, and then another part will do something else. So I
And we hope
divide.
we all come together at some point
At
and
one point,
discuss the matters.
yeah.
Really? Do you
So
think that? I don't think that. I think we need to do this. I don't know about that.
I'll do this tomorrow. You're fired. That doesn't happen. Although
No.
I want it, but it doesn't happen. So we split ourselves to do different tasks within this organization. And we have to understand that this organization is uh, is an entity on its own.
Mhm.
And we work within it.
We do.
So we have to honor this entity itself. My entity is to help people overcome their obstacles. I do NLP. I help them with the energy healing. I help them with the mediumship, psychic, and whatever it is. Whatever services I provide is to help others overcome the obstacles that they're facing. You have it in the same way, but the services that you provide are a bit different. Let's say you sell crystals, you help them with different things. Okay, you do the psychic, mediumship, and all the other stuff which are similar, but you have other stuff, and they have your flair. And this is very important thing. I would like. It is your flair. Who you are should bloody shine. Call an inner board meeting. Yeah. I try. Something happened there.
Yeah. I have to work on our communication systems.
Yeah. The board doesn't take emails from me at all. Anyways, so it's important to understand those things in order for the business to move forward. And if you want to, I cannot be you. I cannot be Tanis when I'm doing something because I will fail.
Yeah, we have to be authentic in our business, is what you're saying, right?
Yes, and one great example was Oprah Winfrey.
Mm-hmm.
She showed on one of her shows, which I used to watch long time ago. She showed a picture of her sitting down in a pose that looked like Barbara Walters.
Oh.
She goes, I used to mimic Barbara Walters, and I got fired from the show.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
When the true self came out, when Oprah just came out, then it started to she started to succeed in life. Zoom calls with those Astro time zone is a pain. Yeah. So yep.
So is your higher self on your board? My higher self is on my board. That's a good thing.
He's the CEO. So that's what I wanted to start with, because I thought that this is very important to actually bring it up. There's more depth to what we talked about, but on the surface, at least, it helps people understand where they stand and how they can move forward with their businesses.
So can I share something?
Sure, go ahead.
So I actually do a one-page business. It's called a one-page. It's not a one-page really. It's let me just pull it up here so I can talk you through it. So it's a good, simple way to somewhat plan the business without getting over planned, because I often feel sometimes like with the spiritual business that I don't want to like over plan, because we have to leave room to be able to flow with stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And so this is the let me see if I can get this bigger here, actually. There. So the first part is like your, business name, fiscal year, who's filling it out. Not sure why we need a title if it's a solopreneur, but you might want that. And then your vision, your mission. And I've put all those every year, even though likely, they may stay fairly similar, those top things, depending on, but sometimes you want to tweak them. So it's good to review them. And then of course your list of projects. Those are going to be the, whatever. I want to start a membership page or whatever, right? A membership section. So then each of the projects get brought down here, and then you assign tasks for the projects. And then you decide how you're going to create success or measure success with it, which this is something that actually we don't do a lot of, I would say, in spiritual business, like measuring the success of things. But this is where the numbers come in. And we sort of put a date for completion here and what we need in order to complete that project. And you can list pages of it, right? You can go ahead and just take off with that. So that's kind of that gives just a quick overview of sort of what a very, very simple, plain sort of business plan looks like, right? That's just the business plan. That's not your marketing plan or anything like that, but it gives you a good idea of how to put your business in a place where you can start to get a little bit of direction if you haven't got a lot of experience with this. So what are your thoughts on that, Ramzi?
This is a beautiful skeleton on how you should prepare for your business.
Mm-hmm.
Like really, really important. And the measuring points that you have, the action plan,
Mm-hmm.
is what makes it or breaks it.
Yeah.
Because if you go in blindly trying to get somewhere, you'll get nowhere.
Yeah.
Because
you have to have an idea of where you're going.
Exactly. You have to have an idea and you have to just follow on that idea. And have you reached the mark that you said you're going to reach?
Right. And it's okay if you don't, and it's okay if the timeline changes.
Yeah.
But you have to have something to look at to say, okay, this is where we want to go. This is what we want to do, which you're filling in here. This is how we're going to measure it. These guys can change a little bit depending on, what's going on in the business. Has something come up? Like, for instance, when you did this with COVID, I had to actually go and do a whole nother business plan because COVID changed my whole strategy with what it was, right? So all of these were no longer accurate.
True.
They weren't viable.
And that's what I was going to try to say, is that sometimes you never reach the target and you need to change.
Yep.
And that's okay also.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take, let's say, one task and have 100 followers on YouTube. But that might not be realistic, seeing what's happening, and I need to do at least 2 shows a week in order to start getting followers.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't be able to do 2 shows a week because I'm doing something else. Then maybe that's overstretch. Down, bring it down, or I say, okay, you know what? I'll continue doing once every 2 weeks, and whatever outcome comes out of that is fine, And my measurement of that will be much lower than 100, let's say, followers during that year. So you have to change every now and then. You have to reevaluate the tasks and where you want that to be.
Well, and I think the way things are changing so quickly, even in the business world, people used to do like a 5 and 10 year plan. That's not the standard now. Now it's like 1 to 3 year tops.
And even 3 is a bit stretchy, but at least it gives you a direction.
Mm-hmm.
But that 3 years plan have to be evaluated on a 6-month basis or on a yearly basis.
Yeah, for sure.
So every year you do a 3-year plan and you see what changed between your previous and your current and why.
Yeah.
So you still have to do physical business type of analysis, even if you're working in the spirit world.
Yep.
Your guide might tell you, whatever, just start, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just jump in. And this is awesome. Just jump in. But then once you jump in, try to set certain targets. Try to see where you want to go. And then start to build a plan for the future. And then start to put tasks to get to those plans. And then slowly you can build it. You don't need to sit down and put a 5-year plan or a 3-year plan before you jump in. You can still jump in because there are a lot of things that you can do that don't cost much,
mm-hmm.
but it gets you the exposure, and not only the exposure, just the experience.
Yeah.
My first video was hilarious. People were calling me as like, "What are you talking about?" I don't know. I just started blabbing for an hour. But at least it gave me that experience. It removed a bit of fear of being on camera. And slowly, I started to define who I am and what I want. Because at the beginning, it was kind of like not sure where it is, but now I know where it is, and
Mhm.
slowly building into that direction. I think we have a lot of comments.
We do. Let's say hello to Viviani too. She's
Hello,
just come
Vivian.
in. Viviani, hi.
Hello. Thank you for joining. And that was the biggest thing. Okay, yeah, Gerald told you that you have to be yourself. If you're not your authentic self, it becomes exhausting. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Because you have to be fake every damn time you get on your on camera. It's not fun.
It's no, it's exhausting. It really is. It's okay to
Um,
be flexible. That's right.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. These are a plan. It's not written in stone, right? These are
Yeah.
organic in terms of the fact that they alter as you go.
Yes. I'm sitting here relating this to my own personal life and goals I've set. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
That's good. Yeah. You can use a similar thing, right?
Yeah.
Especially the action plan part.
Yes. 10-year really aren't flexible, as you said. No, they're
Feasible.
not.
Yeah. They're not
They're
feasible
not.
anymore.
One thing, okay. Back in the 70s, things were standard. Nothing changed. You know, you had 20 women sitting on one floor doing typewriting. You have a couple of guys doing some work on top, and some people took shorthand and ran downstairs, typed it, brought it up, make sure everything is okay, and then they sent the letter. Now you can send 500 emails in a fraction of the time. Exactly. Technologies is moving really rapid. Expansion of information is growing at a hyper speed,
It
and now
is.
we have AI coming into the picture, which like changes everything. So you can't have a long term plan. You have to adjust it as things change within the what do you call it, within the marketplace.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it
Say
does.
hello to it does. Hi, Leah. Thanks for joining us.
Alia and Bora.
She says here.
Oh, hi
And
there.
then hi everyone. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Leah said hello here. Hope everybody's doing great. Thank you.
Yep. It's Friday. Of course, we're doing great. We're doing phenomenal. Except Facebook is giving me a hard time.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I just can't. I don't know how to go live on awaken to your true self. It's just not working. Something is not working. And on my personal page, it goes private, so nobody sees it.
Oh.
So I'm trying to figure all of this out. Between yesterday and today, I'm just I'm evaluating all these technological things.
I wonder
So
if mine's doing that. Is mine doing private too?
well, your is a page, it's a business page, so maybe it's different. Mine is a group that doesn't allow, and the other one is a personal page. I have no idea, but I'll get to it one day. I will get there. So, anybody has any question regarding business and how to come up with certain things like that template that you showed us is really perfect and helpful for people that need it. Also, measurement also is very important to see to evaluate what you put in and where you are today and what you see is happening. And actually, in the business world, you do it on a quarterly basis.
Yeah.
Every quarter, you see what you've achieved versus your plan, and you adjust as you go to reach the target for the year.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
you write it once a year and then you review it every quarter, right?
yes,
That's what it would be. Yeah.
yeah.
Adjust if necessary, but for the most part, you're gonna.
But your target's still the same. Corporation, they're very strict on plans. You don't change them. But for example, if your Q1 was too high, then you might expect your Q2 to be a bit lower, and then it balances out by the end of the year and everything is fine. Or you have a low start and then it peaks, but then they would like things to be stable. and you have to make sure that the measurement is. Oh, it's just like, thank God I'm out of.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of these things in the corporate world, but they do help you see where you're going.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Well, and it helps you to celebrate your successes.
yes. Oh,
right?
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
When you do get where you want to go, when you're like, oh, look, I had it on the plan and I did it. I can celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the celebration portion of it, if you don't reward yourself, you get to a point where it does not, I don't want to say the word satisfy, but it doesn't bring joy to you anymore.
Mhm.
Because it's always work, 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 work. And there's no, hey, awesome job. Let's go out for dinner. So I'll take the whole team.
The whole team, which is really expensive when we take the whole team. Especially when you're a solopreneur.
So I'll take all of me out and I celebrate a milestone. And that helps. That really helps. And the conversations at the dinner table, phenomenal. Not to mention that everybody's looking at you like a crazy person at the restaurant. But that's seriously, it is very important to reward yourself at every major milestone you accomplish. It is really important. It helps a lot.
Yeah, it does.
In business, it's important to differentiate. Like, I have an idea and I haven't seen anything similar to what I want to do.
Yeah. So what is your differentiator in
Yes.
terms of your business? Yeah.
But 90%, the differentiator is you.
Yeah.
See, at the beginning, I was looking at something new. Oh, hi.
Hey.
Something new, something different to introduce. But at the end of the day, I found out that by being myself with what I'm doing is the key differentiator.
Yeah. And people are either going to love you or not.
And that's okay.
It is. The ones that don't aren't your people.
Yeah. Yes.
So you're not going to be able to satisfy everybody.
No, that's for sure. You won't be able to satisfy everyone.
Yeah.
So what else do you want to talk about? Since now we got the business, the money, the money being energy, and energy is working very well. So
how do we write the business plan? Like, because I actually sit down and channel sometimes when I'm doing business planning.
How do you sit down and do the business plan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you can open ceremony, right?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Ask the guides to be with you while you write your business plan. So this is where you're mixing the two, right? You're mixing the spirit and the business. So you ask them to come and be with you while you're writing your business plan. You ask for the inspiration, because as you're writing down your key projects or the things that you want to put into your project plan, you need to sort of brainstorm in the different areas. There's all that piece. The other piece of it that I didn't show is there's also a piece where you would do, what you'd put those projects perhaps in different categories, right? Mm. So like technology, or like services, or product, or there might be other. If you had HR, like HR, what kind of things are you doing in HR? So it would be like in your departments, if you had departments. But sometimes it's helpful to bring those down into categories anyways, even if you don't have departments, just so that you know what you're doing when, sort of thing. So that's another piece of it. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, so sometimes what I, one moment, clue into there. I'm kind of switching back and forth in my head. You can tell, you can probably smell my head, smell the smoke. Okay. So I'll have like lists, right? And I'll be like, okay, so what do I want to accomplish? And then I'll almost do a brainstorming.
Hmm.
So for HR, it's this. For technology, I want to upgrade this system. For, for services, I want to look at doing this program. And I sort of brainstorm those things. And that's a great way to bring in our higher selves, that part of the committee, the board, bring them down for a little bit and have them help with what those are. And then when we start to get and drill down a little bit more into the steps and all that, that's when you sort of switch from channeling into sort of business, because you're bringing it down. And we're actually bringing things down through the elements as well as we do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because fire is like inspiration, air lights you up, and then water, you start to form the flow or how you're going to do it, so your workflow, and then earth, you're like bringing it into action. So it's your action.
It's very important to scale it down to the lowest level possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because from the top, there's a lot to do and you get lost in it all.
Yeah.
So like you mentioned, break it down into different departments, even if you don't have them.
We wear different hats.
Yeah. and the departments, break them down to the lowest level possible, and then work from that point upward. The flow will be easier, although it's upward, but it's downward. But anyways, because the water flows down, but it becomes easier because, and not everybody has the ability to see big pictures.
Yeah.
Some people are able to see small pictures and multiple of these pictures. And if you're able to get a small picture, you define this and you build on it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can see a big picture, bring it down to the small picture.
Yeah.
Define it and build on it. Because it becomes overwhelming when you have a huge thing to do. I want to have 100,000 people followers. Okay, great. This is awesome. I love this. We can all say that. But where do
we get there?
I just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But let's take it down. So what do I need to get those followers? Oh, I need to open up a YouTube channel. So let's start with that. We open up the YouTube channel. But what are we going to talk about? And here we have a great person that has been following us, and she was on our show a couple of weeks ago. She started her own thing on YouTube, and she has her own channel, and she's starting to build up, and she's starting from that point, and slowly she will get to the point that her business is full, and her plan, she reaches her plan according to with that business.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I like all over the place right now?
Because we brought up channeling, so you're channeling.
Yes. That's another thing I was going to say. To get to that, inviting the spirit world to come and help us out, like you were mentioning, there are a couple of things. One is do some meditation before you sit down, and don't be all over the place. It's very important, because all over the place won't get you anything, and you won't hear anybody talking, because it's only your brain that's going. Shut it up, turn it down, and use whatever meditative process that you like. Let it just come in, and then from there we can move forward. And it's good, let's say, to call on a spirit guide that is a business expert or an IT expert. I say,
I don't think there are any for IT. Are there any for IT?
Maybe somebody like jumped out recently. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess IT is like records keeping, so perhaps Metatron, right?
Yeah.
It's related information technology.
Mm-hmm. The whole idea is to focus on an expert in the spirit world and ask them to get close to you and assist you. And when you sit in meditation and ask for the spirit guide to come, you might actually feel them. Actually, you will feel. Well, I don't know. You might feel them.
It's a good chance. You'll notice.
Yeah. And then start writing, and no matter what garbage comes out of your mind,
Just
write it
write
down.
it.
Okay, because at a certain point it starts to flow.
Yeah.
But if you don't start writing, it just doesn't happen.
That's where titles are great, right? You just sit down and you're like, okay, and I actually write out the question that I'm asking, because that starts me writing. And then it starts to, so this is automatic writing, guys. This is how you start. So you start and you write down the question, and then you're like, the answer is, and I just keep going, kind of thing, right? Because then at least you're already writing. And then by then there's something new coming into your mind. So do I have the same process with book writing? I will once I start it. Yes.
Oh, if you have a process. Yes, of course.
Yes, it'll be similar if I'm writing a book. Yes, I would think. Yeah. The manuals that I've written have been somewhat like that as well, I would say, if you want to compare that. Like, for instance, with rcheety, which was a channeled manual. And it was much like that. I sat down, but I actually used the computer, which I don't normally when I'm doing automatic writing. I do tend to prefer to write, but I did use the computer for this, and I noticed that it was just coming, and then they would give me this and I would put it in, and then they'd say, go and find something. And I'd go, and the first thing that would pop up was be what I'd want and put it in. So it was kind of that kind of a process for the manuals, but yeah. So it's still similar, bit of a brainstorming, and then you put structure to it.
It's the same like business. You have to define pieces of the puzzle, because at the end of the day, what's a book? It's a puzzle. And what is the picture that you want to show at the end of the day? That's the big picture, and it's broken down into little pieces, and how are we going to put them all together?
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Sonia. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Hello. That's what I was thinking, where you channel the information and then step out of and organize it. Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do with manuals. So I'm sure my books will be the same. They're all in there. They're just waiting to explode, and they haven't.
No, but regarding books, I just want to say something about books. It's
Please.
because
Maybe I'll get some pointers.
I find them funny. Okay, funny is like funny, haha. First of all, shout out to Kathy Pratt. Thank you for joining us. She's, for some reason, she's on Facebook, but the what do you call it? It's not.
The comments aren't coming up.
The comments are not coming here. I don't know what.
Okay.
Anyways, I said, I still have to figure out what this whole new setup with Facebook is. I'll get it.
Maybe I did check mine too.
Books I found, at least with me, they come in pieces. I get inspired to write something. I'm like, oh my God, chapter 1, chapter 2, and I'll start writing something. Although it's a page or two, but it's the core of it. Then it stops, or maybe I stop. I don't know. And then some other time something else comes up, and something else comes up, but I haven't sat down to put them all together to see, how am I going to put all of these into one book, and what message am I trying to portray in there?
Right.
So yeah, I find it funny, and how it just comes in pieces. And I'm sure even businesses comes in pieces.
Yeah, well, I think that's where that brainstorming process is, right? You're putting it in, and I mean, during a brainstorming process, you might just make jot notes, or you might write a whole paragraph about what you're trying to bring in, right? It's just depends. So for those of you just joining us, we're just talking about the business of a spiritual business, the business aspect tonight.
The core of a spiritual business. Well, any business it is.
Any business, really. Yes.
Well, actually, not true.
No.
The planning, the KPIs, and all of that are structure. are the foundation of a business.
So just for those of you that aren't familiar, KPIs are key performance indicators.
Yeah, thank you for
Yes.
clarifying.
Those are the measurement things we were talking about in the other one pager.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's the foundation of a brick and mortar business.
Mhm.
And then when you put in spirituality in it, and you start calling guys to help you write a plan, or guys to guide you on where to go and how to go, that moves away from the, into a different realm, like a brick and mortar into the spiritual type of business. That's at least how I see it.
Yes, it's when you call the guides, for sure. Because they don't do that in the boardrooms usually.
Oh, no, they don't. Maybe they do, but you don't say that.
Definitely not put in those terms. We're going to use our creative thinking outside the box to
Yes.
create this business plan. Okay, just one moment. Okay, I have my out of the box thinking.
Yep, that's what it is.
Including funny business, yes.
I had a picture of outside the box. I don't know how am I gonna show this outside the box, because it's really interesting. Let me see if I can present. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, let me see. Nothing came out.
Humans and cats both like boxes. Yes, they do. Mm-hmm.
We love boxes. We love boxes. Society created all this. Sorry, I can't share. I don't know how to share it, but that's.
Do you want to send it to me? I can share it.
Yeah, I'll see how.
Send it in Messenger, and I can share it.
I'll try to share with.
No, not so easy.
I don't know how to. Okay, you know what? I'll do it from my phone because it's easier.
Okay.
It shows that me and technology, we have like a little bit issues these days. I don't know sure why. Not sure why.
Because we haven't figured out which guide for you to call in yet. That's the problem.
So, what else we're going to be talking about? I said I'm going to talk about something, but I right now forgot about it for some reason, because I'm too busy with my outside the box thing. So
this is the box, and we're thinking here and here and here and here and here, because we're thinking outside the box.
So last week I was in Mexico for all
You
for
were.
those who, yes, for those who do not know. So I ended up going to an old Mayan ruins. It's all broken. Actually, it's broken to the point where they had ropes around it because the ceiling is about to cave in. But
Yikes.
there was another structure that was didn't have the ceiling. So it's just half the walls and stuff like that, which was okay. So I sat there and meditated. And I would like to get your opinion on that. And one, I got a Mayan chief that came to say hello, and a monkey. So here it is, outside the box. Thank you.
There you go.
You see? You have to always go out of the box in order to reach what you're.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious, so I had to take a picture of it.
That's awesome.
So yes, I got the monkey, but I couldn't understand the monkey. The monkey is like a distraction or playfulness, but I wasn't sure what did it mean, and it wasn't talking to me, and it was 40 degrees.
Who was it talking to?
I was in a vision. I was 40 degrees. It was like really hot that I said, okay, I'm done sitting over here. I'm just going to go back and sit in the AC because like I think I lost 500 pounds. I didn't. I gained. So
Oh,
go ahead.
the food was good. Okay.
So what would a monkey be?
What would a monkey be?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think it was playfulness and stuff. Let's look it up.
Let's see. Oh, love that. I'm going to have that image now. Good motivational poster. Actually, I'll send it to you. Not a problem. You can use it for as a motivational picture for you or somebody else. That's fine. I'll forward it to you, Kaylee. Not a problem. Since now I knew how to send it to Tanis, I'll send it to you. It took a while, but no problem.
So a monkey symbolizes playfulness, intelligence, adaptability, mischief, transformation, and community. Monkeys teach us important life lessons and provide guidance on our spiritual path.
Mm. The mischief part was just off. Everything else is just perfect.
Oh, I think it suits you.
What do you mean elemental? Elemental, perhaps, the monkey?
Elemental in terms of elemental being. Well, I think the playfulness is similar to some of the elemental beings. They do
Okay.
tend to be playful. So it would have some similarities there for sure. And stay agile and flexible in your approach to life is one of the other things
Yes,
it
I
says
think
here.
that's what the thing is. Okay,
Yeah.
got the message. Thank you. Gracias.
De nada.
De nada. Yeah. So this is my excitement in Mexico. Other than that, it was going into places where, and I'm saying that because sometimes you find yourself wanting to go into somewhere, and all you need to do is just meditate and take yourself over there. That was the point that I was wanted to make before I just went into monkeys and jumping is that I know sometimes I think about a sweet potato story. I don't know what the story is, but
Oh, I can share that. Actually, it's related to consciousness.
I'll go ahead.
Yeah. So the monkeys on one side of the world started dipping their sweet potatoes in the ocean because they tasted better. And then all of a sudden they realized the monkeys on the other side of the world were doing the same thing. Monkeys don't have internet. So it's proof of collective consciousness.
Yeah.
That's the monkey and the potato story.
Which is it's the same story almost I was going to say is that you can transport yourself anywhere and take your consciousness into another place and sit in that place and enjoy it.
Yep.
And then you can talk to the spiritual world while you are sitting there.
Mhm.
It's important for us to visit other places while sitting in living room, bedroom, whatever it is, or just sitting anywhere on a park bench or something.
Yeah. So that's what a shaman does. They go to the other worlds, the other dimensions, and we go and visit and we channel and we do all sorts of stuff from there. We visit and we channel and we chat and we soul retrieval and we find out messages and information and we ask questions.
But for those beginners, if you just take yourself somewhere else and just
exactly, yes,
and just be there, just no bedrooms or bathrooms,
or locker rooms.
No. Take yourself. I didn't mean into another space. I meant outdoors. Let me go to sit on the beach in Mexico. Let me sit near the Giza on the Giza plateau in front of the pyramids. That's what I meant. Is just sit there and bathe in the energies of that space or that land. If you like to be in the in Jerusalem, you can just go there and sit there while you're sitting in your bedroom or your living room at home.
Yes.
Just feel the energies. No. You're absolutely right, and don't worry about it. It's all good.
I'm glad you're listening, Kaylee, because I say that in my classes, because when we go to start doing astral travel, right?
Yeah.
If you start going to places you're not supposed to go, they're going to take away your gifts. That's what they do. So you won't be able to astral travel anymore. So use discernment.
Listen to your teacher. Might give it a go. Free travel.
It is free travel.
It is, and seriously, like sitting in that Mayan ruins, are transported to the to the place where they were built, and what was there around. It didn't mean that I went anywhere else. I just stayed in my place and I moved in time with my consciousness. And you can take your consciousness anywhere that you want to go. And if you want to take your consciousness into another planet, go right ahead. You can do that.
Galactic Shaman Program.
That's
what
you
it's
go.
going to be about. Yeah. Doing that.
Okay. Back to reality.
Do we have to?
Nope.
Okay.
I just want to say a couple of things because we're getting close to the hour and I just don't want to forget. First of all, the open mic has been sponsored by Spirit Cafe. I just want to tell everybody that every time we're being sponsored by Spirit Cafe, they help us out. That's for Open Mic North America and Open Mic UK. And Open Mic UK, by the way, which I haven't sent that email out, we have a British medium. He's phenomenal. This one I think I can share my screen, and here's share. Voila! I think it's sharing now. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So Paul Bannister is a medium. I don't know why his his picture is not coming up. Oh,
There
here
he
it
is.
Yeah, he's a psychic medium. He's evidential medium. That's what they call it. He's been doing this for over 20 years and for a long time. He started as a child, like he started to feel and stuff like that. He's really, really good. And he's going to be on a show in 2 weeks' time.
Awesome.
Hopefully that's going to happen. Of course, it's going to happen. It's just I have to get myself to send that email out. But I did use his services, and he's wonderful. He's a wonderful human being. And when we did the session, he was able to get on a lot of family members that have passed.
Nice.
Which is really good. So if anybody wants to connect for whatever reason, you can check out paulbannistermedium.co.uk. And also we have 12 Lifestyle. For some reason, I don't know what they do, but you can check them out for all kinds.
I don't know either, because we need a new business plan. I need to review the business plan, folks. I'll let you know.
Do you have any courses coming up soon?
We do. We have Reiki 1 coming up soon. Let me just check and see what else we got going on. Reiki 1 is coming up at the beginning of June. What have we got? Nope, that stuff is... The channeling course is still going on. So that's part of what's happening there. And I will be doing its recording, but there's another episode for Therapists in Conversation, which is our UK group that we speak with, we being Jen and I. And Yeah. And then we've got, of course, we've got Twillo Talk coming up, and I'm
Yeah.
working on some awesome people to come and join us.
Awesome.
You going to come and join us soon?
Whenever, just call me.
All right, we'll do that. I got to send that email just like you. Okay. So
I know. It's my communication department that is not working these days, and I'm really struggling.
Too. Me too. And it's such an important department. Yeah. So that's what's going on. We've got a lot of courses. Like we have 4 programs going on this year. So those things are ongoing. We've got the Celtic Shamanic High Priestess first years, second years, and we have an advanced alchemy program going on. And we also have a 200-hour yoga instructor course happening as well this year. So there's lots of like those kind of ongoing things, and there'll be more to come. We're working on 2 more that I'm hoping to launch pretty soon. So, but as far as this coming week, it would be Twillo Talk next.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And,
on Monday.
No, that's very good. And that happened with the business plan, by the way.
It did. I'm just
and KPIs. So do follow. And also, as you know, today I'm having technical difficulties with everything. So please do hit that subscribe button and like our show so that we can continue with it, because we're having difficulties with all these platforms right now. So the best way is to be on YouTube. That's mine, and also YouTube at Twillo Lifestyle. Is it Twillo Lifestyle? Yeah, I should add that to the list of banners.
Yeah, it's Twillo Lifestyle Community.
Oh, Twillo Lifestyle Community, and at Ramzi Cheety also. So please do click that button. And from my end, we have the Spirit Cafe on June. What are we, May? Oh my God, we're in May. I can't believe we're in May. So
he's out there. He's not grounded tonight. He's fun when he's like that, though. Not that he's not fun. Okay, anyways.
Spirit Cafe. We have a session happening on June 1st. No prerequisite is required. It's a psychic mediumship session. It's roughly 2 hours. Noon on Saturday, noon Eastern Standard, which is 5 p.m. in the UK. You can find it on spiritcafe.ca. Oh my God, these are awesome. It's June somewhere.
Not on Earth, but it might be somewhere else. You never know.
We don't know. We still have a minute or so, but before we go, do you have any other announcement to make before we?
So I just want to say everybody just needs some self-care right now, because all of our deep stuff is coming up. So just make sure you're taking care of yourself, please. Okay. Yes. And you're going to be hard on yourself this week because that's what's coming up. It's all this childhood trauma stuff coming up. It's the energy. We just had huge solar flares. One of the highest I've ever seen. It was an X87 or something like that. 8.7. They only go up to 10. So it tells you how high it was. And so just that brings up all of the old stuff. And it just means we have to process through. It's just energy, folks. Okay? Process the energy. Allow yourself to go through it. And just lots of self-care, right? Sleep, rest, eat good food, drink lots of water, meditate, listen to some videos.
Water. As much as possible.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. That would be my pass on, because things are level out a bit again now for the next couple of days, but we've just been through that. So this is like a little rest for us right now. So get some rest over the weekend.
And on that note, we hit the 1 hour mark. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for being with us. And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. We do have a guest, and it's all about teas. So
Do I
that's going
need to bring some tea?
that's
should
going to be a tease for everyone. A tease because I'm not going to tell you who is going to be, but we have a person that's going to be talking about teas. Yeah.
You need to bring a mug.
Yes.
Bring your own mug.
Bring your own mug. Thank you for being on a show with us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Have
Lots
a
of love,
great
you guys.
evening and a wonderful. That this one doesn't do it for someone. I don't know. And have a wonderful weekend.